do you prefer to work under a female or a male boss?
Oh, Jesus. That question is not nice.
It's just...
the question is more like, because the reply I'm going to give you will probably negate everything I'm going to say today.
Maybe not. You know, this is a podcast and we have viewers with different mindsets. So it's not just about me. It's about the viewers as well. So that's like a direct question. Okay. We've seen a lot about that on the internet. We've heard a lot in person. So what's your opinion about it?
So if I've not worked with a woman before, I would rather go with woman, or try to give a balanced response, so that it's so that it can be.
It can make sense.
Yeah. But Jesus.
I think we all know what you're about to say, but we just need to say. Hello Lagos, hello Nigeria, hello Africa, hello world. Welcome again to your amazing podcast, Alive with Clement. My name is Clement, your host. You can call me Clement. And we are on the 6th episode of the podcast, Alive with Clement. With me today, I have no other person but Folusho. Good afternoon, Folusho.
Hi, good afternoon.
Nice to have you on set today.
It's a pleasure.
It was an honor to first of all send the invite. I wasn't sure it was going to be accepted because I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Guys, this is Folusho, and today we're going to be talking about a very sensitive, heated, controversial topic. It's feminism in Nigeria. That's it. I have loads of questions for her to ask about feminism in Nigeria to start with. So, but before we proceed to that, I would like us to know more about our guest here today and see what she's been doing, who she is, and what she does as a person. So, Folusho, do you mind doing a quick introduction of yourself, what you do for a living, and let's not get into the topic, just what you do. Okay. A little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Folusho, and I'm a product designer and a web developer. I currently work in an edtech company, and I also freelance as a designer on the side.
Well, so we'll be getting into the topic now, which is feminism in Nigeria. This has been something very controversial. It has always been controversial from the first wave to the second, third, and the fourth. I think this is the fourth wave, since 2010. This is the fourth wave, So the controversies have been, I don't want to use the word weird, but I think the controversies have been misleading sometimes.
Yep.
So I think now we're going to start with one question. The first question is, what is your opinion, or what does feminism mean to you?
Okay, thank you. But before I proceed, I would like you to tell me what your own opinion about feminism is.
Okay. I was going to ask another question. You asking me that question. I was going to ask if you're a feminist.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I'm a feminist.
All right. Okay, so what feminism means to me?
Yeah.
I think feminism is a call for equality, regardless of gender.
Okay.
Basically, that's what it means to me. It's a call for equality regardless of gender. Okay. So I'm just going to put it at that. There's more to it in my definition, but I'm going to put it at that. So what is it to you now?
Okay. So as you said, equality as regards gender, but you didn't complete it.
Yeah.
Equality of rights.
Okay.
Human rights and opportunities. So that's at the core of it, at the core of feminism. It's you wanting the opportunities that are available to be for both the girls and the boys. That's just it. That's a simple meaning.
Okay. Now, when you talk about equal rights, equal opportunities, it means an opportunity provided for a girl child, or for a man, or for a woman rather, should also be for a man. For a man should also be for a woman.
Yes.
And that comes from the point of women are being sidelined or used to be sidelined.
Yeah.
So, but right now in Nigeria as a setting, do you think there's been progress in feminism?
So it's in two ways. In the sense of things, if you look at the workspaces, the society at large, I think the reason I'm even able to be on this show with you is because feminism has actually progressed quite a lot. I am learned. I went to school, and that is because some people actually fought for the girl child to be educated as well.
Yeah, right.
So I can say that in that sense, things we don't really have so much feminism issues in Nigeria. But on social media,
Yeah.
Nigerian women, or let me say Nigerian people, because I'm not sure it's only the women.
Okay.
Yeah. They have made feminism to look like hatred for men.
Yeah.
They
You're
have
right
made
about
it to
that.
look like I am independent. I don't like men. I don't want men. I don't need a man. And it doesn't really have anything to do with what feminism is about. If you don't like men, it's your personal decision.
Okay.
It's not because you are a feminist,
Okay.
right? So in that aspect, it has made any man who hears that you're a feminist, they take to their heels.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in Nigeria, it's looking like we have feminism issues, we have lots of feminists, and then they are fighting for the girl child. But in the real sense of things, they're not. They're not fighting for the girl child, they're fighting for themselves. So to answer your question, in the sense of progression,
Yeah.
the real progression of what feminism really stands for,
Yeah.
yes, Nigeria, I can say that things have progressed from how it used to be. Women can vote now. You can own a car, you can drive, you can do a job that you want. Yes, there's still some part of the country that, women do not matter. But in the society at large, things have really progressed quite a lot.
Okay. Yeah. That's a very intelligent way to answer the question, and I agree with you to a very large extent. So, because the thing about feminism now, from my own perspective, is there is a little bit of misled campaign about feminism. What it really stands for, which you highlighted, is, although I have a little bit of a theory in me not agreeing fully with what feminism, by the definition you made, and that I made too, about what feminism is. But before I talk about that, the misled people, because it's not just the women now. There are some men who believe it the wrong way, who feel like feminism is the call for superiority of the female gender over the male gender, which is not what it is. Superiority should be earned by maybe the kind of accomplishments you've made. For instance, in an office, if the female employee has done more and has a better output and is more qualified to take the position, she should take the position, not because of her gender now, but because of what she has done. And if it's the male, it should also be because of what he has done, not because of the gender, and which is what you mentioned. Now, the only problem I have with feminism in the meaning on what it stands for is it's calling for equality. I remember you said equality in rights and opportunities. But is that what the equality is limited to? Or it also goes as far as equality in work, in output of work? Because in the real sense of things, I don't believe women actually have the totality of attributes that the men have, same as the men don't have the same as the women. We are different genders, and that is why we look different from each other. When you see a woman, you know this is a woman. When you see a man, you know this is a man. The capability of both genders is actually different to an extent. Like you said, what you do for a living, men do it, women do it. But there are certain jobs that I don't think women can do. And there are certain jobs that I think are best suited for men than women. So do you agree with this?
Just because it is best suited for men doesn't mean that women cannot do it.
Okay.
Right. Capability doesn't mean that you should do it. I agree that a woman can do anything. Anything.
Okay.
Anything. The word is can. That is, you have the ability to do this thing.
Okay.
You might not want to do it due to probably physical differences, God's purpose for your life, God's calling for your life. God is not calling in that direction. But it doesn't mean that if I want to do this, I'm not going to be able to do it. Right? Work, the way God has created us, I don't think when he was creating us, he limited a particular gender to a particular role. Just because he called, okay, I'm a Christian, so I'm going to probably bring that
that's
up.
fine. That's fine.
More. So he said that, okay, the man, you provide for your family, you do this, you lead your family, right? He called that. It doesn't mean that in today's age, you don't have women that lead your family, that are actually providing for the family.
Okay.
Right? And then how do you provide for the family? You do the work. Right? So if you're doing a particular work that even some men will feel that, oh, they cannot do that. Same way you feel that a woman is not capable of a certain job, there are some works that the men will feel that they are not capable, but in the real sense of it, they are capable. It just means that you do not want to go that route.
Okay.
Before now, a man is going to say they want to be a nurse, and people will look at you like, why would you want to be a nurse?
Right.
But doesn't mean that you cannot be a nurse,
Mm-hmm.
right? Before now, men in makeup artists work. It looks weird. Doing gele, it looks weird.
Mm-hmm.
Doing hairdressing, it looks weird. But it doesn't mean you cannot do it.
Yeah.
You learn the skill, you put in the work, and you get it done.
Okay.
So I do not feel that, to answer your question, I do not feel that there is any job that a woman cannot do. But it doesn't mean that a woman has to do it.
Okay.
So the word is capability. You can do it, but you would not say because I can actually do this, I would want to do it because of what you said. We are all different. We are not the same. Sameness is not there.
Yeah.
You would excel in some particular jobs because of the advantages probably that nature has given you, or because of our differences that you have. And same way, a woman will also excel in some jobs, but still does not mean that we cannot do it. Our callings are just different. Our purposes are just different.
Okay.
And that's it.
The difference, is it gender or individual?
So, as you said, in a lot of ways, mentally, psychologically, physically, biologically, in a lot of leeways, women are not the same, and we can never be the same.
Okay.
We are unique beings, different beings. And when we say the equality, we are not saying that equality does not equate to sameness. We're not same because we're saying let things be equal. It doesn't mean that we are the same. We are not. It's just that respect this individual person as a whole complete being.
Yeah.
This other gender is also a complete being. And then because in ways that this person has advantage in some ways, this person has advantage in some ways. So it's not even a competition. We are excelling in different ways, in our own different ways. And then if you as a woman, you are on your own, being a whole being, right? And a man being their whole being. So let things be equal.
Right.
The opportunities you're giving me, if I say I want to do this, I want to do this job, let me do it. So it doesn't still now mean that if as a woman you want to do a particular job, you would expect accolades from the society because you're a woman doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you wouldn't expect that because you decided to do the job. So get it done and move.
Sorry to interrupt you, but are we going to agree that is the reality today? When women venture into careers or crafts that are most acknowledged to the male gender,
yes,
women tend to be celebrated the same way men tend to be celebrated, but not as much. Let me not say the same way now. Not as much as women get celebrated. Let me give you an instance now.
Yeah.
If a woman has a skill or gets a career in automobile repair and maintenance, she gets celebrated. I have seen it happen. I've seen it happen, like real time happen. She gets celebrated because they feel like this is a tough job to do. The word tough there is significant to the male gender in that context. They feel like this thing, it is the men that do it because it is tough. Now, as a woman doing it, it makes you stronger than your peers. But if it's a man, it's what your fellow men do. Do you understand? So the difference I was talking about earlier on is in that context. When a woman does it, it's more like a supernatural thing. Let me just use the word. That's not able. It feels more like something out of the ordinary. For a female to do. But when it's a man doing it, it's okay. But now, the reverse. When a man does something like you said, like a makeup, maybe a makeup artist or any kind of craft that is most likened to the female gender, men around will be like, of all things to do, because it doesn't societally seem manly. They feel like it's too easy for a man. Men are meant to do hard work. They're meant to do the difficult job of the society. So picking that is like you're picking something not societally seen as manly. Do you understand now? So do you agree with what I just said now?
Yeah, to a reasonable extent. Because back in the days, I think the reason we're even where we are was, I would say, the situations we had in the past. They used, because of the situation at hand as at then, where strength actually is what was needed for survival back then. Hunting, gathering food, you go out into the world. And it was majorly the men that were doing those things. It's seen as, we're not going to deny the fact that as a man, you are stronger. Yeah, even the Bible says it. Like,
Yeah, right.
you're stronger, you have better wits,
Okay.
you're more logical when it comes to, handling tasks and all of those things. So we're not going to deny the fact that, yes, social construct, it has actually made us to believe that some jobs are hard. When I was growing up, when I got to SS3 and then you're supposed to like branch out to classes, further maths, TD, I think we're just three in my class for further math and TD. Everybody were like, why are you going for further math? It's very hard. And I was like, what's that there? I had in a class of like 50 something people, just three of us were girls.
Wow.
Right? You go to universities, you see engineering departments.
Yeah, you see more men.
And then, so it's we have been programmed. It's not our fault.
Okay.
Even without the women experiencing what it is like, what it even feels like, you've not even experienced, you've not, sorry, I'm distracted.
Yeah, you can take a pause.
Okay. What was that?
We're talking about engineering school women.
Can I start?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So even before they see what is even in the engineering, whether it's hard or not, you have been discouraged.
Yeah.
It's hard, don't bother going there. So you would rather keep your head safe. Let me go to music. Let me go to business admin. That's much more easier for me, to scale through. So if we see a woman actually being celebrated, it's because at first you are even deafening the noises, even discouraging you. That's something that, even beyond the skill you put into it, the fact that you could put the noise behind you and say, I really want to do this thing. Your parents are going to stop you.
Of course.
Your peers are going to laugh at you. Even the men, where you want to do it, they will laugh at you and be like, you can't do it.
Yeah, right.
So if you are able to, look beyond that and then put your mind towards it, that is alone is worth celebrating.
Yeah.
And if you now put in the extra effort to even be much more better than this men, because women, what a man can do, a woman can definitely do better.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, I think that it's just the societal whatsoever that has actually constructed us to believe that some jobs are hard. As a woman, in your feminine era, you're not supposed to be changing plugs. You're not supposed to be climbing trucks. You're not supposed to be doing things that would make you look masculine. We'll probably come there. So it's a total construct that the society has actually put in our head that, okay, even if you are doing that kind of a job, men would not even want to approach you for marriage because they'll look at you. Yeah, a greater number of them. They'll look at you that, okay, you're even doing brands on Twitter. We see brands on Twitter. You can turn on your generator by yourself. You can kill chicken.
If you have a certain kind of body.
So they're going to look at you and be like, you don't even need a man. You are complete by yourself. They'll feel useless.
Yeah.
Because they are not able to probably do the things they would require as a man to feel like a man for you.
I think men in general, one thing about men is men tend to have ego. And our ego sometimes gets the best of us.
Yeah.
Our ego makes us emotional. It makes us hide even our emotions. And we get emotional.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with someone, I think it was yesterday, and I was telling her that for me as a guy, I tend to not know how to express my emotions sometimes because the society, my childhood and my life in general, I've been raised to not be too expressive. Now, this doesn't go only for family. Even in the society, among my peers growing up, when there is a confrontation and it is a female confronting you and the female like overpowers you, you get mocked and be like, like it's a male girl that beats you up. Do you understand? The society generally, I would agree with something today, tomorrow, and every other day that the society generally undervalues the woman. I don't know if that's too much of a big word to use. Undervalues the woman. And to an extent, it's because of some certain factors. But while I wouldn't want to go too deep into that, I would like to ask you a question about workplaces now.
Okay.
In your experience, working with people as a freelancer and as an employee, do you prefer to work under a female or a male boss?
Oh, Jesus. That question is not nice.
It's just
The question is more like, because the reply I'm going to give you will probably negate everything I'm going to say today.
Maybe not. This is a podcast, and we have viewers with different mindsets. So it's not just about me now. It's about the viewers as well. So that's like a direct question.
Okay.
We've seen a lot about that on internet. We've heard a lot like in person. So what's your opinion about it?
So if I've not worked with a woman before, I would rather go with woman, or try to give a balanced response, so that it's so that I can be.
It can make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jesus,
I think we all know what you're about to say, but we just need you to say it.
No, I made a vow. It was last year, December. I don't know why she's going to be looking at me. I made a vow in my life never to work with a woman founder ever again.
Okay.
If she is actively involved in the development process, never. Women are very difficult to work with.
Okay.
Very difficult.
What are the difficulties in it?
Maybe because...
Hold on, sorry. Okay. You're going to say that. The reason I'm asking what the difficulties are is because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Another woman. If anybody's supposed to understand a woman better, it should be another woman.
Yeah.
Because for men understand men better than women would. So why is working with a woman difficult?
Okay. In the sense that women they're not that cool-headed.
Okay.
Right. The things I wouldn't want to narrow down my experience, because there are different people that have worked with women and have different experiences, right? But in terms of even being, what's the word now? Being fair or empathetic, that's the word.
Okay. Being
empathetic, women are not that. The person I worked with, basically. Back in school, so I'm going to let you, even in school, there was a time that I schooled in the Polytechnic, Ibadan.
Okay.
And then there is a road that links to UI. We used to pass, so I used to pass there going home, I and my friends. And whenever we are, trekking, we start trekking and then hoping that someone picks up on the way. Okay. And then we keep looking back. The moment you see that it's a woman coming, you wouldn't even bother to look at it. She's going, I'm not, till I think we plied that road for like a month before we finally got hostel. And throughout, no woman picked us.
Did you ever get picked by a man?
Yeah, that's countless. Like every day, there's no way we would trek to the gate and like trek with our legs to the gate without someone picking us halfway. Just drop your hand. Even if you drop your hand for a woman, the first few days we did it and then nobody sent us.
Okay.
We progress. We don't even drop our hands for women any longer. That okay, do your thing. So generally, I feel that women are more hostile to one another, like from my experiences, and I really cannot say why. Honestly,
so that's a puzzle that has not been solved.
I don't know. I really do not know. I feel it's more of fake love. Yeah, it's because online we I have really good friends, like few female friends that are really solid, but beyond them it's all pretense. Because when it comes to proving that you are actually a friend, proving that you are actually for me, you fall short. Like you're not. Even in the workplaces, we are more hostile to one another than even the men. Right. So I really cannot say why. The person I worked with, she was just very hostile. This was not to me alone right now.
Wow, okay.
It was to everybody in the company. Like a lot of people would just, quit out of, she wasn't respectful. She talks to you like, it was chaotic. And since that time, I made it like I would never, ever, ever. I don't know how much you want to pay me. As long as you're involved, you will say, do this, do that. I'm not going to work with you. I'd rather just keep working with the men.
Okay, so was it just a one-time experience with a woman founder?
Yes.
Just a one time?
Yes, just
so there's possibility of others being actually nice. Maybe
yes.
you did not have the opportunity of working with them.
It's an industry, the tech industry.
Yeah.
And then I've heard the news.
That there are good ones.
No, that have read news. So when I said it's not only me,
okay, like, so like other founders apart from the one you worked with.
Yes, there is a group that you just share your experiences as a employee, and then people just bring their cases they have with their companies, their employers, and then just like, oh, it's a woman, and some people even just stop, abandon the chat and be like, sort it yourself, like they really cannot do anything to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's interesting, and it's sad at the same time.
Yeah, very sad.
To hear, because for me, I usually wonder. This is not something I'm just learning.
So sorry, I think it's inverse. Some men would prefer to work with women.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because they feel that a woman, what's the word now? You can suppress a woman as a man. Like if you're the one working with her, you can clip her wings, right? You can use tactics to clip her wings. All those blah 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 that she's doing to us. As a man, you feel that you can actually make her just calm and all that.
That means technically you're saying men tend to understand women better. Because men usually, like for me, I always say I don't understand women.
Even the women themselves, they don't understand them.
So in our lack of understanding, men are doing better. Is that what you're saying? I would really agree with that. Because for men, many men would agree with me that we don't understand the way because women say no and mean yes sometimes. Women say they are not interested in eating and are bothered because they are not being fed at the time. So in our general lack of understanding, regardless of gender, men tend to at least understand a little bit more than women.
About themselves, or
understanding women more than other women understand women.
Okay, I think I will let that fly at the moment.
Yeah, so the conversation has been deep. I don't know if I would say I was happy to put you in that spot, but it wasn't. It didn't seem fair. It was just a question I needed to ask. To know as well. So now I have another question, and it is about your opinion on gender roles in relationships. It's a very deep one, if you would agree. It's quite broad, but let's see how wide we can take it.
I'm thinking.
Okay, take your time.
Okay, so I don't think gender roles is the problem.
Okay.
I think it's how people make it rigid.
Okay.
Right. Gender roles are there for, I think, order. Right. If you look at typical, we're talking about Nigeria now. Typical families, you have, the father, the mother, the children. The father doing his own duties, the mother doing this, the children doing theirs. And growing up in my own house, if I can recollect now, there were some particular things that I, as a child, I attributed to my father.
Okay.
For certain things, I would never go meet my mom because she'll be like, who's handling that? Go meet your father.
Okay.
And there are some things that I would not also go meet my dad for, because my dad, you wouldn't even understand. There are some things I would ask, I'll be like, when did that start happening?
Okay.
Do you understand? So, but I feel that no two relationships are the same.
Yeah, true.
Right? And it's just in how well both of you understand each other. And that's why when I see talks about who should cook, who should bath the child, who should poo-poo, it's just like, this has nothing to do with feminism. Okay. A lot of people would equate it to, as a feminist, so it means that you will not be submissive to your husband. It means that your husband cannot lead you. Text that does not even equate to these things at all. Right? So, as God also put it, God, I would say yes, God actually, put that gender role in place. And it did not put it for, what's the word now? It didn't put it for competition, right? And it's not even an hierarchy thing. It's meant for people to understand each other and work towards one goal. And the goal is the success of that relationship, whether it's a marriage or, romantic whatsoever that you guys are doing. And then as I said that no two relationships are the same.
Yeah.
What is happening or what is working for them in relationship A might not work for you.
Right.
the gender roles there, it might be an inverse thing to what is accepted in the society, where the man is at home,
Okay. Yeah.
you know, doing, maybe working from the house, and he will be the one to go to the market, you know, cook before the wife gets back. The society might frown at that, but if it is working for them,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. And then if it comes down to your own relationship where you know, probably you're a businesswoman, you go to shop, you come back, your husband is a career person, and then ultimately you buy things on your way coming from work, you prepare it, your husband comes, you guys eat, and you know, it still does not matter as long as it is towards the goal, you know, one goal of building a successful relationship. So I, as a person, would appreciate gender roles, right?
Okay.
That, okay, my husband, do this. Okay, let's say that, okay, this is what you do. But it doesn't mean that in times where he's not able to do that, I'm not going to step in.
Yeah, right.
Right? You are meant to work together as one, as one of, not really one per se, but, you know, with one mind, that this is what we want to achieve, right? It's not competition. Just because you are leading doesn't mean that you are better than me.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that intellectually you can think more than me, or physically you can do certain things. It just means that one person has to lead.
Yeah.
Two people cannot, you know, stay in front and say, one person has to go in front. And then leadership is even you taking responsibility.
Yeah.
It's responsibility, and submissiveness is trust. I'm trusting that you lead us to something good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So if I look at a man and I feel that you do not have the capability to, as a man, I as a woman, I'm looking at you that you do not have the capability to lead me to where God has called me to. This is my purpose. This is my calling. And then I looked at you, you do not, you know, exhibit any trait of someone that can lead me to that. There will be issues with submitting to you. Because who would want to submit to a man that is leading you to destruction?
Yeah,
I can see where you are leading us to, like this is ditch. How would I follow you? So there's going to be issues there. But when you're not rigid, you listen to your partner.
Yeah.
Okay, babe, this is what is happening. This is what is happening. Sometimes you listen to your wife more. Sometimes and be like, okay, how do you want us to do it? Okay, all right, no problem. And another time she'll listen to you more. You're not an island. You don't know everything. And as a woman also, you don't know everything. So there are some times that, you know, you listen to each other and then do what the other says. It still does not mean that there is problem, as long as it is working for you. So gender roles, to answer your questions, are not the problem. It's just how people are not ready to be flexible with it. People are so rigid and be like, this is what you have to do and this is what you must do, even if it's not convenient for you, even if it means that you're not happy doing it. And then this other person can actually do it perfectly well, but because you're like, it's my husband's duty, it's my man's duty to do this, I cannot step in, you know, the society will frown at me. Who cares? As long as you're happy with whatever thing's going on in your family.
I like your thought process on this more than any other. I'm not saying you didn't say the right things earlier. I'm just saying I actually have a personal love for your thought process on this. And the reason is because it sounds more, how do I put it? It sounds more like a thought process that is geared toward achieving goals and sticking to what works, regardless of what the outside world says. Because if there's an advice similar to the one that I can't remember his name, Mr. Easy and Timmy, that they got, it was that they shouldn't let whatever they have in their home get to the outside world. They should keep it within the walls of their family. And that's how it actually works. So everything you said now actually confirms that it's the way to go. I mean, in any relationship at all, third parties' involvement or opinions on what works for you, as long as it's working, you guys stick together and you're not hurting anybody outside. Just stick with it and keep it going, make it work. So I actually like that. But there is something again. And that is the way gender roles in general has been. I have seen I've heard people talk about women losing or being derailed because of marriage, which is one of the things that actually fosters this delusional or misconceptualized feminism. Whereby some women feel like, my mom could have been this. She has a great talent and skill at this, but she's not doing it today because she got married to my dad. And my dad is able to achieve all of the things he wanted to achieve as a young man. But my mom has been sidelined and our goals have been like limited. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's actually a conflict within me and between me and every other person that has that opinion.
Yeah.
Because it feels like women are being robbed of their time or their prime or their purpose.
Yeah.
In that gender role context now, we have modern women trying to make sure that they achieve their own career at the expense of their marital dreams or goals.
Yeah.
So there's a sequence of trade in today's world where women will be like, I'm not going to try and be a full housewife or a mother. Even if I'm getting married, I'm still pursuing my career in accounting. I'm still pursuing my career in this and that. And in that context now, some of them eventually get married. And one of the issues that come up that I see is they tend to delay childbearing. It becomes a conflict between the man and the woman. Maybe the man wants to get children after a year and the woman is saying, no, I need to get to this point in my career before we do that. And they are unable to agree and there's a divorce. In other cases, it might be that they want to move to another city that is in favor of the woman's career or the man's career, and there's conflict. Or they want to do a job or want to achieve a goal that doesn't exactly suit both parties because of their individual careers.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that the gender roles, the way you measured it, the first example you gave was about your parents, which makes it make sense. You learned from the best people you can ever learn companionship from.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But now, for the modern woman, do you think it is a problem with the way gender roles is being perceived? Because women want to achieve their own career goals the same way men want to achieve it.
Yeah.
And it tends to affect companionship like it never did before.
Okay. So I will say that, there's something called ripple effect, right? It's there is a cause, and you just keep on having several effects of these things. And I think I still would take it back, to the way the society view the woman, right? And a woman will feel that if she has standards, it would limit her options of the kind of men that will come her with.
Yeah.
She will fear that, am I going to get married one day? And if you don't get married, the society will look at you as a failure.
Yes.
Someone that cannot keep a man down, right? So even if deep in their heart, they have these aspirations that I want to be this, I want to be that. The fear of opening up to a man that this is what I want to do. Would you take that? The fear of not being accepted, which would lead to, men leaving them, would even keep them from shushing. But you've married me, finish. I can now flex my wings, right? And it also still leads back to what I said earlier concerning working together. I used to say something that if as a woman, you open your eyes wide open, right? Not under the influence of juju, not under the influence of anything.
Yeah.
And then you go marry a man that you cannot communicate with, a man that does not respect you as a human, that does not value you, not as a property, that actually knows that, yes, my woman's growth is also my growth, then you are it's your business. We cannot help you because you already made, it's your business. Like, it's your fault at that point. Yeah, it might look harsh, right? But if you know that this is what I want to, this still traces back to what I was saying about calling. If as a woman, you don't even know what you're called to do, you don't know where you're headed, there's going to be problem few years down the line when you probably finally find out what you want to do with your life. And then there is conflict, right? Personally, I have met someone that told me that if we should get married, you would be a housewife, right?
Okay.
Because my mom was a housewife and she performed good and all those things. And then I looked at it. This is what I want to be. Someone gave birth to me as well. I also want to make it in life. I want to be renowned. I want to be influential. Being an housewife is not going to help me that. I will just be the wife of a rich person or a wife of whatsoever. I looked at it. We cannot go in the same way. You're like this.
Okay.
So I would let you go. I wouldn't even bother to even change your thinking. I wouldn't. That's your choice. Everybody has preference.
Yeah.
If you say you want to have kids within the first 6 months of you getting married, it's your choice. You're entitled to that. it's not left for you to go look for someone that,
Yeah.
So, but if as a woman, you cannot communicate with your man, say, this is what you're doing, this is what you want to achieve, this is also where you're also going, right? There's a problem. As Christians, I'm a Christian, as I said.
You said that.
So, yeah.
You're making me feel less of a Christian now.
No. I'll just bring that up tomorrow.
Yeah.
As Christians, you are counseled, right, to, as a woman, to know where you as a person you're headed to. That is the only time you can walk with someone. Imagine you're going to, where is this your place?
you called it Inoko. So I'm gonna let it be. So Inoko, from this Inoko, you're going to the city.
Okay.
Let's use that, don't worry. Okay. From this Inoko, you're going to the city.
Yes, you're going to the city like Ogba.
Like Ogba city, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, no wala. Let's go.
You're going to the city like Ogba, and then this is where I'm going to, that's where that's where my load is. I want to go and carry my load.
Okay.
And then I see someone at your gate, and then the person says that I'm going to Ikoton.
Okay.
Right? And then I look at it, what do you want to go and do in Ikoton? I also have load there. I want to go and pack my load or something,
Okay.
I have a mission there. I would look at it, I would weigh options. My load is in city, Ogba. I want to go and get to my things. This person also wants to go and get their things. Probably they have a car that, okay, when we get to Ikoton, are you going to go back to carry me? You weigh your options. Okay, I'm not going to carry, I'm probably going to drop you at Yanopaja. You find your way. Okay, what is that going to cost me? Time. I've spent time to go to Ikoton, coming back to Yanopaja. I still have to, find my way. You weigh your options. And then you go with whatever thing is best. It's that you move by yourself alone. There's no crime in being alone. As a woman.
It's not a crime, but I don't think life is meant to be lived alone.
Even for a man, is life meant to be lived alone?
Yeah, for everybody.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it's better for you to even be alone than be with someone that
is
going to derail your life.
Yeah,
everybody has a purpose. God gave everybody a purpose, except you do not believe in that.
Yeah. Okay, you're asking me. I do. I'm living my purpose right now.
Okay, that's beautiful. So if everybody has a purpose and then you are called to achieve your purpose, you should do everything within your own power to achieve that purpose.
Yeah.
It's your sole responsibility. People can help you along the way, but it's your sole responsibility to say, yes, I must achieve this purpose that God has called me to. So if anything is going to serve as distractions on your way, it's not right for me. So it's better. There are people that are not going to get married in life.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean that they have purposeless. It doesn't mean that they've come to this life.
I don't exactly think our primary purpose on earth is actually is companionship, like marriage. I don't think that's our primary purpose in life. As a Christian, I don't think that is our primary purpose in life. There's a wrong interpretation of the Bible that says going to the world and multiply. From me, I don't think the multiplication is childbearing.
Yeah.
I think the multiplication is what God has given you. Make it, maximize it, and reach nations with it. And if I look at it, one thing that God has given us in our purpose is to spread the gospel. Is it? Not everyone will preach in a church.
Yeah.
Not everyone will sing.
Yep.
Not everyone will minister in front of an audience. Some people may not even go to church, but they will still serve their purpose. Our purpose is to try make our own little or plenty contribution to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
Where the things we do are the things we remembered for. And the dead is the dead. They are gone. Whether they are remembered or not, they may not even feel it or know it. But the fact that they have done it, they give people hope. Like I say, one of the reasons to be a good person is to remind people that good exists. Not for your return. It's not an investment per se.
Yeah.
You doing good is to remind people that good exists. And you doing bad. It's the way it is, to let people know that bad also exists.
Yeah.
So everyone has their roles to play. And the role you play has a significant impact in your life and the life of the people around you.
Yeah.
Because the only reason you're seated here is because I knew somebody that knew you.
Yeah.
If I hadn't made a good impression to that person, you probably wouldn't be seated here now.
Yep.
So someone else would want to come up here as a guest on this podcast because they know somebody that knows me or they have seen this one way or the other. So the impression keeps going from face to face. And but there's something you said there, which is identifying your own soul purpose before you actually join your journey with someone else's journey to make sure you're on the same page.
Yes.
And that's something that people need to end relationship early enough before it even gets to the point of marriage.
Of course.
Some conversations, difficult conversations need to be had
in
relationship, not at the point of getting married or in the marriage.
Yes.
Know what this person has in plan. So sometimes people, because you're about to say something that sometimes people don't put these words down. You don't sit in front of a woman and ask her, what's your plan for the next 5 years? It's too crude.
Yeah.
Sort of. There are conversations that lead to it. You can see something online. You talk about it to know the person's opinion about that thing, because it might be you and them in the next couple of months or years.
Yeah.
You bring it up. Those are things you bring up. Not okay. It's okay to bring up date ideas. I'm not going to be against that. It's okay to bring up date ideas like, okay, where are we going next? We're going to this, we're going to that. Or what are we going to do next? What game are we going to see? Talk about sex and all those things. That's fine. But the thing that will actually solidify your relationship, apart from sex now, because it's a core part and I'm a big fan of it, is these conversations. They are very important to be had. And sometimes people feel like it's unnecessary until they get into marriage. Someone else have just 2 kids. How are you in a relationship with somebody for a year and you don't know it's only 2 kids they want to have?
Yeah.
Someone that doesn't value the girl child. How are you in a relationship with them and you don't know until you actually give them a child?
Yeah.
And you give them the first child, a girl, and they're happy about it. But the second child, a boy, and they celebrate all big about it.
Yeah.
It's passing a message to you that they value the female child or the male child more than the female child. So if you're a feminist now and you find yourself in such a situation, what do? Do you say you want to leave? And just for the record, no matter the kind of situation you're in, I consider you a bad person. No matter the reason, I consider you a bad person. If you get married to somebody, then divorce the person, leaving a child without having both parents in the picture. You're a bad person. No matter your story or your excuse. I'm not saying I'm perfect or might not fall in that category in the next few years. I pray not to. I work not to. People change, yeah, I understand. But right now, I consider anybody a bad person. No matter the situation, I consider both parties involved bad people because you guys took decisions. You're not perfect, that's understandable. And this podcast is about celebrating imperfection and seeing the beauty in it. But at the same time, you can actually avoid some things because the things we hear today, there are things that you say you don't like somebody that is not neat. How did you marry one? How? Like those questions, but those things bother me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But I think that's for now. Let's bring this conversation.
Let me answer properly.
I'll come to you. I
want to answer the question properly.
Okay.
Marriage does not limit women.
Okay,
Yeah. It doesn't limit women. It doesn't stifle you from achieving your goals. The wrong partner does. So, and you getting married to the wrong partner, it's your choice. That is the only person you have the opportunity of choosing. That's the only family member. So it's your own sole responsibility with the help of God to choose the right person to help you on your journey. Right. So if you're currently, with someone that is not going to support whatever dreams you've got, it's best to just end it. The right person will come your way.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Praise God.
Hallelujah. Yeah, thank you so much, Folusho, for coming around and having this conversation with us and sharing your insights. I must say, that part, I still really, really love it. Your thought process on companionship. Yeah. And I'm actually glad, because sometimes it's not people's fault when they don't grow up with both parents. But I think let me not talk about that. Let me just say, you understand? Yeah. So I wasn't raised by both parents because my dad became late at a very early age for myself. But I see some of the values that people who are raised by both parents, I see some of the values they have. And I'm like, this is significant. That's something I'm really, really looking forward to. But I don't want to die. I don't want my partner to die. I don't want us to grow apart. No matter the situation, in love, let's raise our kids together and have a happy home. The happy home it's not like there are problems, but a happy home is a happy home.
Yeah. There's one that is healthy, and then you have communication to resolve any issues that come along.
Right. Yeah. So once again, thank you, Folusho, for coming around.
You're welcome.
And if in case people want to find you on LinkedIn, how do we find you? You don't want us to find you?
Don't find me.
Okay, so she doesn't want to be found on LinkedIn. But her name is Folusho. In case you take a screenshot of her face, I don't know, maybe Google or something will help you find
her. Google will find it. My website is there.
Her name is Folusho, and she is a product
designer
and a web developer, yeah?
Yeah.
Freelancing and also working
I work with an edtech
founders and all that. You didn't mention something, but I won't mention it for you. Don't worry.
Oh, why not?
You didn't mention something. Don't worry. I don't want to mention. Don't worry. We'll talk about it after the camera is down. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, let me not say basically. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Alive with Clement. My name is Clement, your host, and we've just had a very good conversation, decent one, with my guest here, Folusho. I'm sure you've learned a lot. And for that reason, I need you to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, like, share, and give your opinion. Share your comments. Let us know what you think about feminism in Nigeria, the wrong and the right perception. If you think we've said something that you don't think is actually the right thing. Let us know your own point of view, because together we're growing a community of intellectuals and a community of people who are imperfect but doing perfect things together. Do you understand? So don't forget to subscribe, like, share, follow us on Instagram at AWCS1EP6, on TikTok at AWCS1EP6, on Facebook. We're not on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook. That's my name. But follow us, and maybe shout out to all of our crew members. Maybe shout out to Kenny Osha, to Kenny Dimadi, the CEO of DKG Fashion House. Shout out to my chief auditor, Taiwo. Shout out to G2H. Shout out to Big Dave right there. Big Dave is a big part of the Asumo family. In case he's not heard, you should hear now. And shout out to Dara Skenon, shout out to Riz Holmes, and everyone who has been supporting our live events. We love you. We do not take your help, support. And shout out to you guys too for always sharing and coming and tuning in as well. A big thing. I can't say enough thank you, but thank you. So much love, yeah. Thank you so much, guys. See you on the next episode on Alive with Friends. Have a wonderful day, evening, and night.
Bye.